Hello. I'm going to take a minute to go over some functionality added to our Vicinity 4.54 release, which is our March 2026 release. Specifically, this impacts or is a benefit for all clients using Vicinity against any of the Dynamics products. Specifically, it's talking about how we size a batch. And let me kind of give a running start to this for a second. In batch entry, we've always had a number of different ways to scale or size a batch. I'm showing this to you via the user interface, but it's the same concept whether you're doing it here, creating a batch here, or creating it from the schedule, from a planned order. We've always been able to say size by the master formula or size by the end item quantity, in other words, what you want to get out of the process, or maybe a default batch size. So we have a typical batch size, we want to make it this size most of the time, or maybe just want to do a specific weight or volume, or auto size basically means that as I change my finished goods, I want it to auto size. So those are the options that have been there forever in Vicinity. Now, what we've got are some clients that have come to us and said, we have certain formulas or certain types of formulas that I want to size one way, and different types of formulas I want to size a different way. So for example, if I've got a scenario where I blend into an intermediate and I package it later, those are two different sizing methods. Just as an example, on the first batch in the scenario I gave where I'm sizing to an intermediate, I'm really not as focused on the output at the moment, but rather doing a batch of a certain quantity, in which case I might use the default batch size, or maybe I'll use a specific weight or volume. But a default batch size, you could set that on the formula and say, this is the standard batch size that I want to make. That would be an example for that first batch. A packaging or a filling batch may want to go more toward the end item quantity. In other words, I'm really thinking in terms of how much do I want to get out of the process, and therefore tell me how much intermediate I need to use or any other adjuncts that I'm adding in to the intermediate as I package. So that's another method that people could use in the same company. So you may use some batches on default batch size and some based on end item quantity. And so we've added the functionality to be able to control that at the formula level. So for example, if I go and just open up a master formula real quick, you'll see that we add a new field into the master formula screen. And specifically, we're right here on the batch sizing mode. It basically is saying right now, this is how it's going to default for you when you load the update, is don't worry about the formula, just go use the batch entry setting. In other words, the last time I sized a batch, I had end item quantity. I want you to go ahead and use that because that's what I do on a batch ticket. So if you don't have this scenario, nothing's going to happen on this release. However, you can go to your formulas and change from this setting, which is the way it's working now, to any one of these. So for a specific formula, you could say, when I create a batch ticket for this formula, I want to use end item quantity to scale, or maybe I want to use my master formula, or maybe my batch size, or weight or volume, or auto size. So basically, all these options, basically 2 through 6, are just repeats of what you saw in batch entry, but this becomes the default that's happening when you get to batch entry and you go create a batch for it. I also want to point out that this is also true when you're creating a batch to get from a planned order. It's going to look at this and make a determination of how it should scale or how it should size. So play around with it. It has no impact on you until you come and change this batch sizing mode on a formula. If you need help mass populating formulas, let us know. That's an easy thing for us to do. If your IT department doesn't have the ability to do it, we're happy to you give us a list of these formulas go this way and these formulas or these formula classes, whatever. We can work with you to make that, to roll that out if this process makes sense to you. So again, all it's really doing is overriding the last setting. So when we create a batch ticket, we store this to the user preferences on how they scaled a batch last time. It would override this based on what the formula setting was. Let us know if you need help implementing this. We're happy to help. Also, please reach out any other suggestions you might have. This came directly from client suggestions and requests. Thanks a lot and have a great day.